I have had stuck in my head a song by the Australian country singer Frank Ifield. It's a song called She Taught Me to Yodel, and the song just, for some reason, maybe it's because we were talking about scatting, it came into my head of the morning, and I just cannot get it out of my head now.
Yeah, this is how to yodel, yodel-a-dee, yodel-a-dee, yodel-a-dee. This is how to yodel, yodel-a-dee, yodel-a-dee, yodel-a-dee.
I've been attempting myself to sing along, and I've been attempting to sort of replicate the yodeling in the song, and I've been going around the house yodeling. Let me tell you, when you're in a lockdown situation and you're spending a lot of time with people, you need to bring joy into their lives, and I think it really helps if you're walking around the house repeatedly, incessantly yodeling.
Especially when one person in the house isn't that keen on country music.
But it's not country yodeling.
But it's incorporated into the country tradition now, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Well, maybe Jimmy Rogers and Frank Ifield, but...
Slim Whitman.
Slim Whitman?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Have I got the wrong name?
I don't know.
So it was used to great effect.
Oh, the yodeling, yodeling. What's the song? Hang on.
And then there's a bit of yodeling.
Yeah, I thought it's Jimmy Rogers, isn't it? Hang on a minute. What's the? There's a one that goes. What's the one that goes? Yodeling. What am I thinking of? Yodeling, yodeling.
I'm sure it's Slim Whitman who was used in the film Mars Attacks by Tim Burton to destroy the aliens with his yodeling.
What?
There's an alien invasion. There's these aliens with giant heads, and the only way to destroy them is
Through yodeling.
by playing this one Slim Whitman
How
record.
on
And they only
earth?
find out because there's a lad who goes to rescue his nan from a care home, and she's listening to her Slim Whitman record because she loves it, and the aliens come in to shoot the boy, and they hear the music and they just sort of stop, freeze, hold their heads, and then their brains explode.
Is this meant to be a comedy?
Yes.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, it's a comedy, like it's like one of those sort of 50s B movies. It's a spoof of that, and it's very funny.
Well, let's not talk about bees anymore. My goodness, I'm getting correspondence on Twitter and updates regarding bees. Other people are having problems with bees as well. Of course, if there is something massively important to bring you, then we will, of course, reprise the BBB news. Slim Whitman. Well, we'll have to check that song out. This is now turning into a yodeling special. Play Slim Whitman.
This is it.
This is it?
Yeah.
Oh my God, my head's hurting. I think my brain's gonna...
And now, listeners, I'm taking over the podcast because David's brain's exploded.
When I'm calling you.
Ah, yeah.
It's not yodeling so much. This song's called Indian Love Call,
But this is the song that you are referring to.
Mars Attacks.
Okay. Play Jimmy Rogers.
This is called Blue Yodel.
Oh.
Texas.
If you have a favourite yodeler you would like featuring on the podcast, you believe deserves a mention, we're setting up a special new feature of all yodelers. It's called the Yodel Lady Who's Who. The Yodel Lady Who's Who. Yodel Lady Who Who. Yodel 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 Lady Who's Who. Okay.
Have you just broken yourself? In 1928, blending alpine yodeling with African American work and blues music styles and traditional folk, Jimmy Rogers released his recording, Blue Yodel No. 1, which is what was just played.
Oh my goodness, it's only number one. I wonder how many other yodels there were. That's just the blue yodeling.
His Blue Yodel is a sometimes used to differentiate earlier Austrian yodeling from the American form introduced by Rogers, and it created an instant national craze for yodeling in the United States. So he started off the trend.
This is weird, because he was 1928,
Yeah.
Frank Ifield wasn't until 1938.
Yeah, born in 37.
So Frank Ifield was born in 37. Jimmy
It
Rogers...
was released in the 50s.
Right, and Jimmy Rogers was yodeling in the 20s.
Yeah.
And Frank Ifield suggests in his songs, because he's got a lot of songs about yodeling, and I wish I'd done, if I knew yodeling was going to be the topic of conversation, I wish I'd done some more research into Frank Ifield and yodeling in general. He makes it sound, Frank Ifield, like he was a bit of a pioneer when it came to yodeling. He was just playing second fiddle to Rogers, but we're not discussing the fiddle, we're discussing the yodeling. He's got loads of songs about how he's a brilliant yodeler, and that's the other thing, all of his songs about yodeling, all of his songs that he has yodeled in, Frank Ifield, they're all about yodeling.
Yeah.
He can't do a song which has got yodeling in that doesn't mention yodeling, seemingly. He's got one where he sings about having a competition with a Swiss yodeler, and he sings about he yodels longer and louder and stronger than this other guy. Ellie thinks it's a euphemism,
I do.
that the yodeling is referring to his sexual prowess or his penis. Do you think Jimmy Rogers? That sounds like a euphemism to me.
Oh, darling, don't marry that Swiss mountaineer. My yodel is longer and stronger and clear. The girls, they all tell me that live around here, I yodel better than he. Oh, the lady,
Well, I think it's about time we bring it back, and the young'uns are going to get a big surprise. Lockdown has affected us all in different ways, and I want you to keep this under your belts, people. When we come back gigging, we'll be singing one of our songs, and all of a sudden, the other two will get quite the surprise when I just start to yodel.
Well, this time of year, I normally get the bus out to Grenoside Woods and go walking among the bluebells, because there's quite a lot there, and I won't get to this year. Because it's not really an essential journey, is it?
And you could argue if you were recording it for the podcast, then that might be an essential journey.
Well,
If there is a demand for it.
Ian and Veronica have got some nice pictures of the kids out in the bluebell woods at the moment.
I think just put the pictures on the mantelpiece. I don't think you've heard the last of the yodeling subject, and I welcome your yodeling anecdotes, people. There's the sound of the wood pigeon. Probably thinking I'll get another mention if I do my call. Oh, they're all out now, the wood pigeons. It was horny pigeon we had 2 days ago. It's hoary pigeons now. They're just whoring themselves out for the podcast. Your time has been. We've moved on. This podcast, it doesn't stay still. It doesn't stand still. 1 minute we're talking about wood pigeons. The next it's Paul Temple and bees. The next day we're talking about yodeling. There's just no knowing which way we're going to turn.
Oh, just thinking about it, more recent example of yodeling in country music was used quite a bit on the Oh Brother Where Art Thou soundtrack.
I was thinking that. Yodeling, yodeling.
Yodeling. Yeah.
The trouble is, when you're comparing yodeling songs and you go, have you heard that one?
Yeah.
You start doing it and you go, oh yeah, the yodeling, and you might do something different. You've absolutely no idea, because they all sound exactly the same. Have you heard that? Oh, I'll tell you what, a really good one. The one that goes, yodeling, yodeling. I'm not sure if I heard that one actually, mate. Of course, there's that other type of music, isn't there? The one that goes, yola hey dee ho, yola hey dee hee, lady hee ho yo. Yo ho lady ho. You know that one?
No.
Oh no, that's yodeling. Because he's doing it in the wrong order. I thought we would end maybe with the first recorded attempt of my yodeling. I did start with a little bit of yodeling on the recording, but that was a quiet bit of yodeling that wasn't, to be honest, intended for public consumption. I was just doing that while I was preparing myself, and I thought I'd put it at the start of the podcast. But I think the most fitting way to end today's episode of The Eagle is Stranded is with my first attempts at some yodeling. I'm just going to have a drink of water, actually, because I feel I've got a dry throat, and I need to give myself a fighting chance here. I have now had a drink of water. You might think that was quick, David. I edited the water drinking out. Because I appreciate, that you're busy people and you've all got things to do with your time and you don't want to waste time, fritter the time away on needless things like listening to me drinking water. And I think one thing the listeners to the podcast will know about me is that I'm not about wasting your time. Everything that I say, I put in the podcast because I think it's of vital importance and of great entertainment value. I'm just clearing my throat. Never yodel on an uncleared throat. That's rule number 1 of yodeling. Rule number 2 is drink water. And then rule number 3 is, because you've just drank some water, chances are you might need to clear your throat again, because there might be some water in there. So rule number 3 is clear your throat again. There's a lot of people who say that, why don't you just say rule number 1, drink water, rule number 2, clear throat? Because surely that would just streamline things. You'd only need 2 rules rather than 3. I agree, but it's a tradition now throughout the yodeling circles. And who am I to suddenly go, hang on a minute, we can just swap rule 1 and rule 2 around and then we don't need 3 rules. Who am I to suddenly come in and go, oh, I'm playing fancy free and footloose with the rules? So I'm going to have a bit of respect for the tradition, if that's all right. And you might have thought, well, David, we didn't hear you clear your throat before. You had a drink of water. Again, I edited it out. Maybe that was irresponsible of me. Anyway, I've cleared my throat. I've had a drink of water. I've cleared my throat again. Rule number 4 is start yodeling. Okay. I've cleared my throat again. Is that okay to do? Yes, it is okay to clear your throat for a second time if you want. There's no rules about how many times you can clear your throat. You can clear your throat as much as you want. I'll go in the bathroom. I feel like the bathroom might be better acoustically for yodeling. Yodeling, 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 yodeling. Thank you. I'm assuming that you're all impressed. Thank you very much for listening to our first, and I'm sure not our last, Yodel Special. Until tomorrow, goodbye.
Oh,